Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode with your boy Money Spence. In today's episode, we're going to cover how prop firm day traders can save thousands on taxes. You're learning from an experienced day trader who's also a tax accountant. I specialize in helping day traders save thousands when it comes time to prepare their taxes. Without further ado, let's take a deep dive into this episode. All right, family, first up on our list, I want you all to know that most prop firm day traders, they overpay the IRS. So if you're a prop firm day trader, right, and let's say, for example, you got a payout from the prop firm that you're trading with. You might be trading with Top Step, Apex, My Funded Futures. With your payouts, you're going to receive a 1099 form at the end of the year. And let's say, for example, if it's for $30,000, you'll have to report that $30,000 on your tax return. And also keep this in mind, no taxes are withheld from that 1099. That's why in some cases, prop firm day traders, they might overpay because they're not tracking their expenses, but we'll focus on that later in the episode. And many prop firm day traders, they may file their taxes incorrectly because they don't have the specialized knowledge when it comes to tracking your income and your expenses and knowing exactly what to write off. And I want you to also keep in mind, they must pay taxes on your gross income. But the IRS, they only tax, profit, not revenue. So as we progress through this, episode, I'm going to also cover the top 15 expenses that you can utilize to lower your gross income. So when it comes to trading, family, you want to treat trading like a business. You don't want to treat it like a hobby. So when you're treating trading like a business, you're paying for expenses to run your business on a monthly basis. And those expenses, they'll help to reduce your taxable income. For example, we talked about a 1099 in the previous slide. With your expenses, that will lower your taxable income. So let's say, for example, you made $30,000. You have about $20,000 in expenses. 30 subtract 20, that would give you $10,000. So instead of paying taxes on the $30,000 that you made, you would only pay taxes on the $10,000 that you have remaining left over after you deduct your expenses. And when you deduct your expenses, you'll receive a lower taxable income. So it's important to treat trading like a business because that's how the IRS would look at it as well. So when it comes to, day traders and running your day trading business on a daily basis, it's extremely important that you track your expenses that you're paying for on a monthly basis. So one of your top expenses that you may have, it may be, your prop firm challenge or your evaluation fees. We usually have to pay those, every single time in order for us to get to that next stage and get a funded account. But if you think about it, we usually spend a lot of money on these fees. So it's extremely important that you all track these fees on a monthly basis so you can write them off the following year on your tax returns. The second fee that we might have, it's a subscription fee with the prop firm. Number 3, a trading platform or software fee. We might have to pay for market data and exchange fees, or we might have a charting tool or trading journal. For example, you might trade with TradingView. If you're paying a subscription for TradingView, you can write that subscription off on your taxes. And also keep this in mind, if you purchased a new computer or trading hardware, a monitor or trading accessories, let's say, for example, this chair that I'm sitting in right now, if you purchased a chair last year, you can write that chair off on your taxes as well. And if you're utilizing a home office, you can also write your home office off on your taxes as well. So the office that I'm currently in right now, this is my business office. And I'm usually trading in here primarily on a daily basis. So this would be considered a tax write-off. And I'm also running the internet in here as well. So I think my internet's about $25 through $50 on a monthly basis. So you would multiply 50 times 12, and that would give you an expense for the year of $600. And you can write that $600 expense off on your taxes. And let's say, for example, if you're paying for a VPS or a server hosting, education, courses, or mentorship, or if you're part of a Discord and you're paying a monthly fee on the Discord, you can also write that fee off as well. So I'm a tax accountant, and I usually charge day traders to do their taxes. Tax preparation fees, that's also a tax write-off. So make sure you keep that in mind as well. And let's say, for example, if you're going to a business conference in a different state and you have to pay for, your hotel, or you might be out buying meals, that's also a business write-off as well. And you can only deduct 50% of your meals. So make sure you keep that in mind, family. But these are the top 15 business expenses day traders can write off on their taxes to lower their taxable income. Next up on our list. So these are some advanced tax strategies that serious day traders use. So first up on our list, we have a trader tax status. You must trade regularly and consistently on a daily basis to qualify for this status. Section 475, that's mark to market. This removes, your wall sale rules and also capital loss limits. If you've been day trading for some time, I'm quite sure you lost about, over $3,000 in 1 year. With this rule, you can write off more than the capital loss. So make sure you all do some research on that. And the next one on our list, it's the QBI deduction. You can write off up to 20% of your net income if eligible. And last, as day traders, when you're running your own day trading business, you don't have an employer, to save for your retirement. You have to save for your own retirement, but you can write that retirement off on your taxes as well. So make sure you look into setting up a self-employed retirement plan, such as a solo 401k or an IRA. So most of my content is primarily for beginners, intermediate traders, and experienced advanced traders. So let's say, for example, if you're new to day trading and running your day trading business and you don't really have a clue how to, track all of your income and expenses. The first thing that you want to do when it comes to, running your day trading business, you want to open a separate business account to track your income and expenses. Everything that you're, doing with your trading business, you want to run it primarily through this account. You don't want to run it through, any other account. So let's say, for example, if you're getting a payout from the prop firm, let your payout come to this account. If you're spending money on a combine, spend your money from this account. Number two, you want to make sure you're saving your receipts as well. But if you're paying for everything with your business account, you don't have to save, too many receipts, because the business account, it'll track every single thing for you as far as your income and your expenses. And when you're receiving these payouts, please keep in mind you have to pay 15.3% on your payouts. So it's important that you set aside at least 15 to 25% of your payouts for taxes if you have a tax liability when it comes time, file your taxes. Or you can set it up whereas though you're paying quarterly estimated taxes, or you can pay when you file. But I would probably recommend that you pay, when you file, just to keep things, simple, easy, and straightforward. And what I would also recommend, set up a QuickBooks account so you can track your income and expenses, and you can generate, some beautiful, financial statements for the IRS. If you ever get, audited by the IRS, you can go back to your business account, print out all your bank statements, and then you can go to QuickBooks and print out all of your transactions. And if you need some assistance with setting up QuickBooks, you can schedule an appointment with my company, TS3 Money Enterprises, and I can help you with filing your business taxes and also setting up QuickBooks to keep track of your income and your expenses. Family, keep this in mind. This alone saves people a lot of, stress and headaches. A lot of people, they end up overpaying the IRS because they don't have their foundation in place. This video is primarily meant to help you get your foundation in place and know exactly what you can write off when it comes time to, file your taxes. Disclaimer: tax rules can change and everyone's situation is different. This content is for educational purposes only. Always confirm your specific tax situation with a tax accountant who understands trading. So with that being said, schedule your appointment with Money Spence. I'm also a tax accountant and I'm a day trader. So book your appointment today, family. I hope this video was able to, help you out with your trading journey. And I'll catch y'all in the next one, family. Peace.